We've had Mark on when he hit 10K. We've had him on when he hit 50K. And now he's hit $100,000. Mark has grown a lot. And you guys are going to see the most current and most updated version of Mark where he's hit 6 figures in sales. Inspirational story. I want to keep bringing him on. I want to bring him on when he hits 200K. And that's my goal, to keep showing you guys updated success stories from all my students, because they deserve to have their amazing stories shared for the amazing hard work they've put in. And on top of that, I know that if I got started, I would have wished to see someone go from 0 to 100K and see all the interviews of them at all the different points, and that would have been so motivating and that would have helped me a lot. Other than that, let's go ahead and start the interview.
So my name is Mark Trezise. I'm about to turn 20 years old and I'm from Melbourne, Australia.
Let's give everyone a sort of brief story on how you got to where you are for those who are watching this video for the first time, and then we'll go into the updates after, but give everyone a quick rundown of your story, Mark.
Basically, I have been in the program for about 4 months now. I was really struggling with the whole dropshipping model and everything like that. Stumbled across Andy, jumped right into it, ready to get stuff started. I didn't actually have a normal, 9-to-5 job when I started. I was jobless, unemployed, and I thought, you know what, we'll make this work. This is it. I don't want to be working a normal job anymore. I used the rest of what I had in my account, which was not much, and I can tell you that. I put all my hard work and persistence into this business model. I think in the first month, my first store took off, found my first winning product, super successful with that. And from that point on, I've just been learning and learning, hitting milestone after milestone. And since then, I've just been spending my days just doing my thing, as happy as can be, really.
Yeah, tell me about that message you sent me like a week back. It was, I think, on a weekend, and you're like, hey, dude, thank you so much. This is amazing. I'm able to chill and spend time with my family, but still be making money online. Tell me about that.
It's so cool because, I don't even know how to explain it. It's one of those things where I'm at a loss of words for it. It's it gets me shaking just thinking about it. The fact that I don't have to worry about a schedule so much, on a Monday, that's the first day of a working week, but now I can be out with family. We had a nice barbecue on the weekend, and I'm making the same, even more daily wage than I was with my actual job. And I'm literally sitting there with family, just having a nice dinner, going out with my brothers. I can work when I want, and I control my work and how much I want to work. It's like you have control over your own wage. If you want to make more, you put more effort in, and when you want to take time off, it's amazing because you can, but you're still earning at the same time, and it's awesome. I love it.
That's amazing, Mark. And tell me, what were you doing before you started dropshipping?
I was working for a family business as a diesel mechanic. So I was going to just normal trade school, really awful second year apprentice wage. I think it was started off on $10 an hour, then $13 an hour for hard labor, a diesel mechanic. Not only the mental work of there's learning so much at trade school, but it's physical work, dirty work. And I was working close to 12 hours a day, which I thought I enjoyed it. Now I look back and think, I don't know how I could possibly think that was going to be my future, to be honest.
That's crazy. And now you're on the complete opposite of the spectrum. Tell me what your town and surrounding friends are like. What's the environment that you grew up in, Mark?
The environment I've grown up in is you're pretty standard. Basically, I grew up until the age of 13 in a more of a populated area in Geelong. When I turned 13, we moved out here into the country. It's much more isolated, small town. I had some crazy things happen throughout the early years of my teens. My friend group is super supportive of what I'm doing. Yeah, it's a little bit over their heads. At first, family were concerned because I had a job, and I said, I'm going to be using this money online. And when you're spending money online, it's like you're spending money, but you're not getting a physical thing back. So that worried them. But yeah, so I mean, family supportive, normal family environment, normal friend environment, small town, pretty isolated, but I'm happy here at home just doing my thing. So
Dude, that's awesome. So given that you sort of came from the countryside, what or how did you get or even hear about dropshipping?
I think it came through, I've always had an interest in just online, just anything to do with online, like YouTube. I had a past where I dabbled in YouTube and things like that. And I think it's just such a large market on YouTube. Like there is an endless amount of videos. And it intrigued me because I saw some people were really, really successful with it. And I thought, what, I want that to be me. Like I want to be able to move somewhere and have like, nice things and do all this. I want to travel and do all that sort of stuff. I want that to be me. So it started off just through word of mouth on YouTube, really. No one else I know has heard of it through friends or family. They got no idea, so I don't try not to bother explaining it. But yeah, just through YouTube, and then from finding it through YouTube, it was just a matter of finding the right person that could get me results, I guess.
Got it. And tell me about the hardships of sort of starting dropshipping when you were on your own.
3 to 6, I'd say 3 to 6 months, somewhere in that period.
Wow.
It's, there was a lot of money that got spent in that period of time. But I kept trying the same things and it wasn't working. So there's this one thing that I've learned, and this is something that I always go by. The definition of insanity is repeating the same process that doesn't work. That's what I was doing. So I was doing this thing that we call insanity, of repeating this process that is not proven at all. So I was starting to lose a lot of confidence. Not only am I losing money, I'm thinking, my bank account's draining, so is my confidence about this. I had left my job and I thought, this is not a good situation. I've got to figure something out here. So it's more of a mental hardship, like, just feeling like failure because nothing's working and everything that all these gurus are telling me on YouTube doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? How come it works for them but not for me? Doubt. I've said that in my previous testimonials. Doubt was always my biggest issue.
And why did you reach out to me, Mark, then?
It's a good question because there's many reasons, which is, first of all, I think a lot of the time when you see dropshippers on YouTube, mainly based in the US, so because it wasn't working for me, I thought, maybe this is just doesn't work in Australia. I don't know why I thought that, because you can do it from anywhere. But I thought, maybe I just can't. I live in the country and I'm in Australia and maybe it just doesn't work for me. And then I saw, first of all, you're in Sydney. So that was the first thing that stuck out. And I'd seen your videos on YouTube, followed you for a little bit. There was like something niggling inside me, like, maybe you should reach out, you should do it. I was watching your YouTube and then all of a sudden my Facebook kept, showing me the ads coming up, and I'm like, man, this is just, I'm going to give it a shot. Because what you were showing on your Facebook and your YouTube was a lot different to what everyone else shows. And I said the same thing last time. It's the genuineness and the personal transparency that you have with people and that's what I needed. Like, that's what I was seeking, someone to fulfill that doubt that I had. And that's why I reached out to you.
That's awesome. And were you hesitant joining? And what put your fears to rest?
I was hesitant joining, definitely, because I thought this is a 50-50 chance. This is either going to be the make or break. This is either going to be the same things that everyone else is doing. There's a course, and you buy this course, and then that's it. You got to figure out the rest by yourself. Or it was going to be worth it, and it was going to turn everything around and change my life completely. So I thought, you know what, like, you can't get anything in life without just making a risky decision. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to do it. I booked in a call with you, and I thought that was another fear. I'm like, is this just going to be another one of those free training videos where they talk for half an hour and then redirect you to buy the course? But it was actually booked in on a Skype call, a video call with you yourself. And that was the first relief. I'm like, oh, I'm actually talking to another human being, not just watching a recorded training. So that put that fear to rest for sure. And it was after I talked to you and just like it wasn't like a formal business conversation, it was a personal conversation with what my struggles are, my personal struggles, and how this business can change that. And that's when I thought, yeah, I've got to do this for sure. So it's really that personal connection that you have, yeah.
And I guess when you joined, how did the program help you out, Mark?
I'll start with the course content, right? The course content it's not something like a case study. A lot of courses, I think, have those case studies where you copy what the mentor is doing, and then everyone that joins that course, whether it's hundreds or thousands of people, have done the exact same thing. So that product that this person tested in their course it's not going to work, and then you don't know what to do because you don't know where to take it from there. But your course shows like multiple different variations of your students and how you're critiquing their stores and how you're critiquing how to choose the products. We have to build our own we have to build our own store and find our own products, but we have your help to do it, and the rest of the group. And the mastermind group is definitely a game changer for sure. If you're not available to reach out to, there's always the group.
And I guess, what's the biggest thing you've learned from the program, Mark? And like, how were you able to achieve such amazing results?
When it comes to a business like this, there is a peak that you'll hit, not in results, I mean in roadblocks. And this, I call it, like the tipping point. You're going to hit this point where it looks like there's literally just nothing else on the other side, and you have to retreat. But that tipping point is what defines whether you make it or like the only way you fail is giving up. So you either make it past that tipping point or you give up, and that's a fail. So definitely, biggest thing that I've learned is when you hit that tipping point, there is something on the other side. It's a roadblock, but it's not a wall. So you're going to go over it. You know what I mean?
And I guess let's update everyone with, where you're now with your business, Mark.
All right. So it was early this month. We had just ticked over the 100K milestone, which is insane. Funny thing was, I wasn't even aware of it at first. I had a meeting with my accountant because I had sent through some statements to my accountant earlier in the week, and he called me. I told my accountant, I said, I assume we've got a turnover of maybe 70K or something like that. I had no idea. I don't know how, but he said, all right, that's all good, because we had to register for tax. And then he called me back and he said, Mark, you've turned over $108,000. And my mind just blew. I jumped up out of my chair and I was like, oh man, that's insane. That is crazy. To do that. And that was at the just past the 3-month mark. So that was insane, and that was the best feeling. So over 6 figures now, and I want to hit, I'm slowing it down now, but I want to hit at least maybe 250, I reckon I'm going to aim for by the end of the year.
Dude, that's amazing, Mark. That's a lot in a short amount of time. And like, how much of that was
Yeah.
net?
Net profits out of the 108, I think it was around 30 to 40K at that point.
Dude, that's amazing. And are these numbers
So
in
it's pretty
Australian or USD?
So the net revenue was in USD and the profit was Australian.
Dude, that's amazing. And
So
how did it feel hitting or hearing that call that you've done six figures? How did that moment feel?
my stomach like dropped like in the best way possible. I wish I could explain how it felt. It was like done it, you know. I run out to my parents and I'm like, yeah, look, I did it. We hit six figures. It was one of the best feelings in the world, and that's when a whole new world opened up to me. I'm like, if I can do that in a couple of months and keep learning from that, imagine what I can do in a year. Imagine how big next year will be if I push it even harder. So it's the best feeling because I know what I'm capable of now, and I know what the future can look like with this business for sure. I'm so excited.
That's amazing. And how has life changed for you, Mark, compared to when you're working 12 hours a day in a mechanic in this countryside town on your own? How has life changed?
So I'm doing my best to keep my. I think the biggest thing is to keep your personality intact is the first thing. Definitely, because it is easy to get really excited and pumped up, and you know you're like, yeah, I made this much in this time, blah 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 blah. But so I just feel so. It's like a weight off my shoulders. It's like, yeah. I really don't know how to explain it, but I just feel free. It's that free feeling. Yeah.
Dude, that's amazing.
It's awesome, and just having the support of everyone. Yeah, I've never had like just knowing that I've succeeded with it is awesome.
That's super amazing to hear, Mark. And I guess what is next for you? So I know that one of your goals is 250K. Tell us what is next for you.
Okay, basically, I want to start looking into. I've got so many ideas. Branding the product that I've currently got, which has generated the most revenue. Expanding on this product and building, instead of just one product, I want to build, you know, a name for myself. Expanding on this product with similar ones and building this store that people will know, having a name. I want to do that for this product and many other products, and I want to at least do that for many more different products, more brands. I want to do branding. Definitely the drop shipping, I'll be sticking with that for now until I sort of learn the basics of branding and things like that. So I've sort of slowed everything down so I can spend more time developing and learning about going to this next level.
Dude, that's awesome, Mark. And I guess let's sort of end it with, what is your biggest tip for those looking to achieve the exact same results that you have, Mark?
You need to overcome fear, because I'm not going to deny the fact that early in dropshipping, there can be a lot of anxiety, because you're learning, and learning new things is out of your comfort zone for sure. As humans, you know, when you're not in your comfort zone, it makes you anxious. So definitely just trying your best to push through that fear. And I just have to be blunt with myself, and this would be my tip. When you feel that fear, just keep in mind that you cannot succeed unless you get out of that comfort zone and push through with the fear. It's just how it works. Success doesn't come if you're stuck in your comfort zone. That's my biggest tip.
That's amazing. I guess we'll end it there. I think that's amazing value. I think this would motivate a lot of people, and I really appreciate you really updating your story, Mark. And I'm excited for us to do the next one. I don't think this will be the last update. I think you have a lot of milestones, and I think we're going to hit each one of those. And yeah, thank you so much for sharing, Mark. I really appreciate your time.
I appreciate all your help, Andy. Thank you so much.
As you can see, that was the interview with Mark. He's hit 100k. He was able to share a lot of value, a lot of golden nuggets. Hopefully you guys found value in it. I really appreciate all your support for watching this channel. Lots of value. As always, let's go ahead and announce last video's winners for $1,000 worth of courses or consulting course with me. The winner's here. If you guys want to qualify, all you have to do is drop a comment below, follow my Instagram, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll be picking the best comment every single video. I really appreciate you guys watching these videos every single day. My goal is to give you guys free value every single day. No BS, no fillers, no upsells, no like me pushing anything on these videos. I just want to give you guys nothing but value every single day, and all I just want to say is thank you, and I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow with nothing but more value. Peace.